Okay, sorry, first of all, sorry if my mic sounds a bit different. I'm using the iPad mic for this one, and that's because I am going to be editing this on the iPad. Okay, I'm going to be seeing if I can actually edit a thumbnail on the iPad. This thumbnail, in fact, this thumbnail, in fact, that you guys are seeing on this video is what I'm going to be trying to do. Okay? So I'm going to be trying to edit this. Okay, so how do I. Okay, I did try this a few, say, years ago or so, but it didn't work out that well for me. But I'm hoping that it will work out better this time around. I just need to, sort of get my footing of sorts. Okay, so we already have that hidden, right? Okay, so we need to select this. Okay, good. We have selected that. Now, see, that's the thing. I wish it automatically, like as soon as we selected it, went here with the thing, but it doesn't, not exactly. Maybe we turn off auto select it like that. Okay. Now we turn back on auto select. I will figure it out, guys. This will not be a whole video of you guys just watching me not doing anything. There we go. Okay, I figured it out, guys. We just need to unselect this, unselect this. Wait, hold on. How do we go back? Hit back, hit back, and then hit back again. Okay, good. Well, because I didn't mean to move anything, so yeah. Okay, and then unselect that. And finally unselect this. Unselect this. Unselect this. Man, I have so many things here. Unselect this. And finally unselect this. Now, is there any way for it to search our layers? That would be nice if we could search them. Okay. Doesn't look like there's a way for it to search them, but that's okay, guys. That's okay. We can make do without having to search for layers. In fact, we are going to. Oh wait, this looks a bit more like what we're used to on it. Okay, good. We are guys, we are getting there. We are doing stuff. Okay, let's see. What if I enable this? Yep, okay. Let's see. And then we have our text, right? A text that we'd normally put here. Yeah. Okay. And then if we go over to type, we can select the text and then let's see what it says here. Cancel. Oh, because I don't have that font installed on here. That's actually kind of annoying, but it's okay. It's okay. We just hit cancel. Okay. Okay. Okay, I closed and reopened it, and we got back where we were. That's exactly how we got back where we were. Okay, since we can't actually change the font because we don't have that font installed. Okay, since we do not have the font for that, we are just going to close the particular thing. Okay, we are just going to pick these fonts and I mean, okay, um, okay, select this and hide. No, let's undo that. We've literally just been playing around with those settings for an annoying amount of time. Okay, that's fine. Wait, did we lock that at some point? So it doesn't show up? I mean, that's the only explanation, right? So we just have to find it here. Yeah. And then hide it ourselves. Okay. Now, do we have an iPad here? That would make things a lot easier for us. If not, we could just find one online. No, we have a Photoshop icon. That should make things a bit easier. We can import stuff too, keep in mind. I'm just going to try to keep importing to a minimum of sorts, if you will. Okay, we have an iPad as well. Okay, can we at least adjust like colors and stuff for blending on this? Like if we wanted to go into, oh, okay, so we could scroll down. No, we can do generative fill, smart effects, all that jazz. Let's click on FX maybe. Okay. Okay, let's see, flatten, merge, convert to smart object. And we don't want any of those. We don't want any of those either. Okay, do information. Okay, blending options we don't need right now. It said add clip adjustments. Okay, and then we have those we can add. Select effects. Okay, drop shadow. Oh, this is for the, okay. I need to go here. Okay. Small objects can't be edited on mobile devices. Okay, well, we can work around that. I'll tell you guys exactly how I'm going to work around that, okay? How I'm going to work around that is we're going to hide this Photoshop and import a Photoshop, okay? Yes, we are going to import an image. Yeah, we're going to import an image and it's going to be super easy and convenient because we just gotta go to settings. No, we don't go to settings. We instead go to something. Hold on. I got it, guys. I got it. I definitely got it. Yeah. Okay, it was right here. Yeah, new layer, photos. Yeah, we will go to photos. Okay, we will. Yeah. And then from photos, we did select this image, which it let us add, no problem. This is literally just a Photoshop image. We really just Googled and Googled using the iPad, and then we saved it to the camera roll, which is a big step because back in the day you couldn't save images to the iPad like that. Then we hit done, and then we will it at least let us do like um okay, it said add clip adjustment. Now I was hoping it would at least let like a drop shadow. That would have been cool. Add layer effect. Add drop shadow. Okay, use global light? No. Opacity, we want to be blending. We want to be normal, I guess. Yeah, let's stick to normal. And opacity, 100%. Okay. Now we want to actually see what it looks like with drop shadow and without, actually. So, okay, there we go. So it does change something. That's cool. Now, okay, so if I'm being perfectly honest, this one was a bit easier because of the fact that I already have a pre-made thumbnail template, as it were. Okay. And that's always the way to go, in my opinion. In case you're wondering about the eyebrows there. Oh man, I just did something I didn't mean to do. Okay. Okay, I don't want to select any layers. Now let's go with carefully instead. Okay, there we go. And we did it. All we would need to do is export this and then take it to the video, this video, in fact, that you guys are watching. Definitely let me know your thoughts, okay? I'm pretty sure if I had a bit more practice, this would be a bit easier. You got to see me play around with actually importing a Photoshop image of Photoshop, uh, image of Photoshop into Photoshop. So that was cool, I suppose. But like I said, it made it easier because I already had the layers because I have a template I use sometimes to base off of. It makes things easier. Any content creator, I recommend you have a template. You know, a template that just has, like, if you have some assets that you always use, just to use that. But yeah, hopefully this has let you see a little bit inside of the world of using Photoshop to edit a thumbnail on the iPad. Photoshop on the iPad. Okay. Now, did it have its limitations? Yes, quite a bit actually. But for simple editing like this, like if you already have a template you're importing and you just need to add a thing or two and already have the font that you need installed and ready to go, then you're ready to go. The cloud makes it a lot easier because literally you can link your accounts and whatnot. Sorry, that screen started to go off. But with that said, I'm going to end it off here and I will catch you guys in the future. Later.